All right, now we're live, and I think we should be good. This and this. Very well. All right, let's see if we're live. All right. So we are live. So let's see who we can get in here. Let's make sure everything's all good. Sorry about that, everybody. All right, yep. Volume's all good. Hopefully, we'll get people in here. I don't know. Anyways, it's interesting figuring out this whole YouTube live thing. I mean, I tell you what, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It seems like every time there's something going on. But you know what? We got plenty of time to stream, so hopefully everyone will be able to get in here and get on, and we'll be able to have everybody join us. But yeah. So yeah, welcome everybody. If you are just joining, welcome. If you've been sitting here waiting for me to get this done, welcome as well. Let's see who we have in here. Nobody so far, but maybe we'll get them back. Who knows? But yeah, it's interesting stuff going on in the platinum world these days. Palladium dropped down below platinum for a moment there, and everyone was commenting on my channel and talking about it. So that was interesting, to say the least. Let's see who here. Oh, there's Gator's Golden Coins. What's going on, Gators? How's it going, bud? Finally got the live stream up after like 2 or 3 different tries. But we are in here. What up, what up, what up? Gator's Golden Coins. All right. Let's see who we can get up in here. So Gator's Golden Coins, what's your thoughts on platinum, man? You like it? You stack it? You buy it? You sell it? What are your opinions? I bought that platinum koala. Oh yeah, the koalas, they're epic. Epic, epic, epic coins, for sure. For sure, for sure. The koalas are some magnificent pieces. I already have the kook. Oh, okay, cool, yeah. So you got the kook and the koala. Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah. I love both of these coins, especially at the premiums they're going for right now. They just can't be beat. They simply cannot be beat at all. And so it's interesting. It's also interesting because I noticed today on Liberty Coins eBay store that they released the 2024, at least a pre-sale of the Britannia, and they priced it actually higher than the Perth stuff. Yes, sir, premiums are good. I have the Maple and the Queen's Beast too. Very nice. Maple and Queen Beast, both excellent coins. I'd love to get some of those Queen Beasts in my stack at some point. Yeah, the Queen's Beasts are epic. Which Queen's Beast did you get? Did you get multiple or just one? Which one did you get? Let's see here. The lion. Oh, very nice. Did you get the first lion or the second lion? Because there's 2 lions in the Queen's Beast actually. Both of them are epic coins though. Let's see. I think it's what is it? 2016, 2019? I think are the dates. I can't remember exactly what the correct dates of the 2 lions were. Hey, Homestead Aquarius, how's it going, bud? Thanks for joining the channel. Thanks for joining the live. 2022. Oh. So was really? I didn't realize the Queen's Beast went into the 20s. Wow, that's interesting actually. But that's cool nonetheless, man. That is very, very cool. Sorry, it's actually Tutor Beasts. Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to say. That Tutor Beasts are still being released. The Queen's Beasts were released a few years back. And so I was like, oh, I didn't know the Queen's Beast went to 2022. But yeah, Tutor Beast makes a lot more sense. But that's cool, man. That's cool. I'd also like to get some of those Tutor Beast coins as well. Those are epic. And I also am a big fan of the Perth Lunar. I don't have any of the 1 ounce coins, but I'd like to get one of those one day. But yeah, hopefully we'll get people that were waiting on the original stream in here. Looks like we got about 6 people watching now. The prices of metals are going down. That is what's good. Yeah, yeah, that is what's good, Homestead. Definitely good for acquiring and buying and adding to your overall holdings. That's for sure. For sure indeed. All right, all right. So we are golden on this stream. We are going live. The prices of metals are going down. That is what's good. What is not good is that I don't have an ounce of platinum to my name. My man, you got to get in. You got to get in. And the price point or the entry level price point is not that bad, man. If you take a look at these coins, I'm a big backer of these coins, but if you take a look at these koalas and kookaburras, the premiums really can't be beat on such a small piece. And if you add them up over time, as you can see, I have 9 of them now. We just need one more kookaburra and we have an entire ounce of 1/10 ounce platinum coins that I bought over time. So I didn't have to put in that initial high investment, and I've just been able to acquire them more and more over time as time goes on. Just need one more kookaburra and we've got a full ounce. Then I don't know where I'm going to go. I might just keep picking them up if the premium's good enough, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm trying real hard to stay away from much more of the collector's side of things. I know there's a lot of coin collectors and stuff that like getting into different things, but I'm trying to keep premiums as low as possible so I can acquire as much as possible. But yeah, this is golden. We got 8 people watching now, which is epic, epic, which is for sure good. Hopefully we're able to get some of those people that probably were a part of the initial stream. But yeah, let's see. Those 10th ounce are pretty, but what I see is premiums are too high. Premiums on what I would buy here are more than gold. Yeah, well, I mean, well, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Because, you know, if you get, like, say you get a 1/10 ounce. Actually, let's just take a look at fine bullion. Let's see what we've got. I mean, a platinum typically does have a higher premium. You're not wrong there. But let me see. I want to see something specific. So if we go to fine bullion prices, looks like the lowest price 1/10 ounce is the kookaburra and the koala being sold by Liberty Coin on eBay at a premium of 28.26%. Now, if we go to gold coins and we only look at 1/10 ounce, the lowest price right now is random 1/10 ounce gold coins on eBay for $224.99. So about 10.66% premium. So yeah, you about double the premium. I'll give you that. I will give you that. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of one of those things you have to weigh in your own mind if that's something you really want to do. But yeah, premiums on platinum are typically higher. Demand is definitely lower, so that probably attributes a bit to it. And then also it's very difficult to work with. So it's not for everybody. I get that. I have a lot of viewers that don't really like platinum as much, but some people do, and some people are okay with the premiums. In my experience, I've been able to get most of the premium back out by just selling online to people. and not through my YouTube channel, right? A lot of people think, oh, you have a YouTube channel with a large following, but I don't even sell really through YouTube. I just sell through Reddit, and it's not even through like my Platinum Beast account. It's through another account that has nothing to do with anything other than just being a random person on Reddit. But Homestead said, if I wait till I can buy a whole ounce, then it is not that bad. Yeah, we could also take a look at that. Let's see, gold coins. Let's see what the lowest premium you can get on an ounce of gold right now is. And this is according to fine bullion prices, so you might be able to find somewhere a little bit lower, but it looks like 1.14% premium. Wow. At bullion exchanges, 1 ounce gold coins, random design. Okay, so 1% premium for 1 ounce gold. Let's see what the lowest on platinum is. Wait. 1 ounce. About 8% premium. Okay, yeah, random 1 ounce coin from SD Bullion. That's not too bad. I mean, but realistically, when you think about it, that's about 8 times the premium on the gold, whereas the 1/10 ounce, it's about 2 or 3 times the premium. So that's interesting that the premium seems to be not quite as big of a difference between the 1/10 and the 1 ounce as far as percentage wise. Interesting. But yeah, you definitely can lower your premium, and 8% is not bad on platinum when you get into the 1 ounce realm. I mean, that's not bad on most precious metals. Homestead said, I have gold and silver, but in all my years, I've never had any platinum, but I have always wanted some. I am stocking the dry powder for a larger purchase later. Okay, that's solid. That's solid. And that's a solid approach. If you're one who can stock dry powder and keep stuff as far as, you know, liquid cash, that's a pretty solid way of doing it. Where are the rest of the folks commenting? Honestly, nobody else is really commenting in the live stream, my man. I mean, I'm actually kind of surprised because last week we did the live stream? We had a lot more people joining in. So I don't know. It looks like we've got about 11 people watching, but not really too many people commenting in the live chat. But hopefully that'll change here in a few minutes, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, we got about 11 people watching right now, and only 2 people commenting in the live stream, but that's okay. It's all for fun. Yeah, there's Niels Honda Dynasty. Hey, Niels, sorry about that, man. I know you commented on the original live stream, and then I had to redo it because the orientation was horizontal or vertical or whatever, so I had to create a whole new live stream that nobody probably had notifications turned on for, but that's okay. We're still doing this. Y'all come on and chat. Yeah, Homestead. Everybody needs to hop on and drop some comments or something. Let's get this conversation going. But yeah, I think what's on everybody's mind these days, or right now, is the palladium price. I mean, we saw it dip below platinum for a brief moment there. It's back up above platinum. But it is very interesting to see that occur. And it's still fairly close to one another. So it's definitely something that it probably is going to be interesting in this coming week. Not many talk about platinum. It is a small crowd. Yeah, you are correct. Maybe some are watching on a TV. Could be that some people are watching on a TV, or maybe they just like to listen, right? ZZZ said, yeah, maybe some are watching on TV. Niels Hahn said Palladium can go as low as the 700 area. Is that what it costs to mine? Hey, Bob. Hey, Mr. Bob. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you joining the live stream. But Niels Hahn, is that the cost to mine the metal, I assume? 400 to 880 to mine. Okay. Yeah, so 700, I could see that. 700 being right around the bottom for Palladium. Homestead Aquarius said platinum is in a place to rise high. I think the price doesn't go much lower. Yeah, I mean, we've been floating this $900,000 spot price on platinum for a long while, Homestead. So I'm not seeing much of a lower realm. I think the lowest was right at the smack, if you will, of March 20, where everything just tanked. I think platinum got down into the 600s for like a second. Niels Hahn said platinum costs $12.30 to mine. Wow. So they're actually selling below mining costs right now. That's very interesting. It's also interesting that, yeah, that's very, very, very interesting that it costs that much to mine platinum. I'm just curious as to what's going to happen because palladium, 80% of the world's palladium comes from Russia. So, I mean, we're seeing that take place or that sort of switch, but you know, will mining ramp up in other places for palladium? I don't really know. Niels Hahn said, my live stream last night talked about the price to mine versus the price of the sale. Ooh, I'll have to check that out, Niels Hahn. I'll have to go to your channel after this live stream and check out what all went down there. But we got a good little group going here, and we got a good little stream going here, so I think we are rocking and rolling. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, it is very interesting, the difference in costing of mining versus retail sale. $14 an ounce to mine 1 ounce of silver, $800 an ounce for gold, $12.30 an ounce to platinum. Wow, that makes sense as that makes a little bit of sense to me. That platinum would be the costliest because it's the most difficult to work with. You need special equipment typically because it's such a hard metal. Homestead said, even as an incidental or side item to other metals, a byproduct, even at that, it's $12.30. Well, that's true. It does come out of the ground with other metals sometimes, and then they can separate it and do things like that. I actually wonder how that would impact price. It probably is an average, Homestead. I mean, maybe Niels Hahn can elaborate a little bit better, but it's probably an average cost to mine at $12.30 for platinum. What I think will be interesting is if we see palladium, if the price goes low enough, if we'll see palladium sort of get to a point where we see more retail options offered for palladium, right? Will we see some fractional palladium stuff? Will it become that popular? I don't really know. You still have my stickers, Mr. Bob? Nice. Thank you, man. That's awesome. I sent you those so long ago, but that's really cool that you still have them. So I appreciate that. Gators Golden Coins said, I really want a Palladium Eagle. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. I will have one day. I will. That will occur for sure. It's just got to. It just has to. I got to have a Palladium Eagle, a Platinum Eagle, a Gold Eagle, well, Silver Eagle. All the Eagles. I'd also like all the Maples too. I don't know if y'all are fans of those, but those are really cool coins. The Palladium Maples they made back in the day. I'd love to get one of those. Wish we had someone in here that loved platinum and knew things about it. Platvocate. Yeah. Yeah, more people really need to get on this metal, man. I'm not saying it's got to be your main focus. I'm not saying it's got to be all you stack, but it definitely is something that people really kind of take for granted, I think, and just kind of overlook and just kind of just don't really want to get into it too much. So it's definitely interesting. Gators Golden Coin said, I had a Palladium Maple long time ago before it took off. Oh, man, you should have kept that thing, man. You could have flipped that thing for almost 3 ounces of platinum or a couple ounces of gold at one point, man. Like, dang. I have 1 gram of palladium. Nice, Bob, nice. I was thinking about picking up a gram just for old time's sake myself, even if the price hasn't gone down low enough yet, just to have some palladium, just to say I have it. But we'll have to see. Maybe y'all will see that in a future video. Y'all will have to hit that bell so you can stay updated. Niels Hahn said, Clean Air Metals Inc. just discovered a big platinum vein in Ontario, starting at 500 meters, bigger than the South African mines. Wow, that's pretty interesting. Homestead, or Niels. That is very interesting. We'll have to see where that goes. Homestead said, maybe Niels knows someone. Yeah, maybe he does. Gators Golden Coin said I fumbled the bag. Man. Did you at least make like a little bit of money on that one Gators Gold, or did you sell for like a loss or just like a break even? What was the deal there? I'd love to know. Niels Hahn said, laugh my butt off. Neil knows platinum. Yeah, he does. Not many people do. Not many people focus on this metal, but Niels does. All right. Let's see here. Yes, bought around 650, sold around 1200. Well, that's not so bad if you really think about it. I mean, doubling your money, you could have had much more, but doubling your money, you can't really beat that too often, too much. Mio said, in my opinion, palladium will go down more. Yeah, and I know, like, on a political landscape, not to get political on this channel, but on a political landscape, everyone wants to hurt a certain northeastern country. And that's one of the ways you can really do that is figure out a way to lower the cost of one of their most exported goods, if you will, or materials. You know, if you can lower demand for that, that can really put a strain on their economy and cause them some issues. So I think that's what a lot of the Western worlds are sort of thinking about. Yes, I bought it around. In my opinion, political go down. Geopolitical is the new charts. Yeah, definitely. Especially when we're talking palladium, so much of that metal comes from one specific place, and that one specific place is really kind of causing some issues and some infighting between other places. You see me on your videos as Death from Below. Okay, Bob. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought you two were the same person. I thought that was the case. I thought I remembered that being the case, Mr. Bob. I appreciate that, though, and I appreciate when I see your comments. I know you are a big fan of the 1/10 ounces like me, so you and I get along real well. Travis Chandler said, just ordered a couple 1/10 ounce platinum. Nice, Travis Chandler. Which ones did you get? Did you get the koalas, the kookaburras, maybe the Britannias, or something else? Let me know what you got. ZZZ said, or ZZYZX said, 2023 South Africa 1 ounce platinum Big 5 Elephant BU at APMEX for $978 right now. Yeah, you can find 1 ounce platinum coins right now below $1,000 an ounce, which is very, very nice, especially for purchasing, larger full-size ounce pieces. It definitely is good. Some really good prices. I think that elephant is one of the lowest price coins on the market right now. So definitely go check that out if you got the liquid cash to buy yourself a 1 ounce without even blinking, because that's definitely a good deal. Niels Hahn said, buy it. Yep. ZZ said, yep, that is a great price. It is. That is indeed. APMEX, a lot of people sleep on APMEX, but sometimes they actually throw us a curveball and give pretty good deals on some stuff that's trying to move and stuff. It's all about monitoring it and watching it closely. APMEX is typically one of the ones to get the 1/25 ounce platinum Philharmonics straight from the mint. And not a lot of bullion dealers are able to get those straight from the mint, but APMEX does, and they usually sell them for a decent premium. And so I've been really kind of eyeing that and waiting for that release. Travis Sandler said, one of each from Liberty Coin on eBay. Yeah, my man, do it. You got to buy those koalas and kookaburras. I mean, the premium just can't be beat on 1/10 ounce. Everywhere I see, the lowest priced 1/10 ounces are typically the Britannias, but even then, they're like 120 to 125. I'm like, what in the world? These Perth Mint coins have a limited mintage of about like 15,000 coins or something, and these Britannias are minted unlimitedly. And so why would you get the kookaburra or the koala when you can simply get why would you get a Britannia for $5 to $10 more than you could get the kookaburra or the koala? It just doesn't make a lot of sense. I guess Liberty Coin just bought way too many of them or something. I have no idea. Mr. Bob said, I have a 2024 10th ounce Britannia on pre-order. Very nice, Mr. Bob. Very nice. I know you like picking up like one of each kind of deal. So that is very cool. And I plan on getting the 2024 Britannia too. I just want to wait until all the dealers have it so I can find the best price. But that's really cool. You got one on pre-order, so you'll be one of the first ones to have one in your hand. A&L Future said, I used to drive past the road on my way to and from Las Vegas. Oh, nice. All right. Homestead said, y'all quit talking about 1/10 ounce platinums. I can go buy one, and the FOMO is killing me. I'm saving up, dang it. Yeah, Homestead. I mean, your approach is probably better than ours, honestly. I mean, I love getting stuff in the mail on a regular basis, and that's what fits in my overall sort of budget right now. But I mean, stay strong, my friend. Stay strong. You'll have something very, very cool when you buy that 1 ounce. And I don't know if you have an ounce, but when you hold an ounce of platinum, it is unreal. The amount of density that coin has, it tricks your mind. You're holding it and you're like, this feels way heavier than it should be. It's so cool. It's one of the coolest things I've ever experienced. Let's see here. Travis said, I work at a coin store and Liberty Coin has a better deal than I can get. Yeah, I mean, I really don't get it. And when you go on eBay and stuff and you can just do a test run like for the koala, right? Typically, you can choose the quantity. So if I type like 10,000 coins, it's going to say enter a lower number. But if I go to like, let's say 750, no, they don't have 750. 500, no, they don't have 500. 400? So they have 400 coins, I guess, because I can add 400 coins to my cart. Let's see if we can do like 475. No. 450, no. 420, no. 410, no. 401, no. So 400 is the max that they have of the koala. And then if we go and take a look at the kookaburra, I think this was the one that was crazy. Yeah, 1,000 coins. Like what? 1,200? 1,300? 1,400? Okay, not 1,900. Let's see. 1,800? Nope. 1,700? Nope. 1,500? They have 1,500 kookaburras, supposedly. It could always be like a glitch in their system and they don't actually have that many coins, but the fact that I could add 1,600 1/10 ounce kookaburras is pretty crazy. Let's see. Niels Hahn said, get my 1 ounce platinum deal at Homestead Aquarius. All right. Homestead said, enlighten me. Mr. Bob said, Silverstruck just did a full stack platinum video. Okay, yeah, I'll have to check out his video. See what he's got all in his platinum stack. Niels Hahn said, if everything works out, I will have a platinum commercial coming out from Miles Franklin about platinum. Ooh, very interesting. Miles Franklin, is that like a mint? Like the Franklin Mint or something? Or I assume that's what you're talking about. Are they going to be putting out some new platinum bullion? Let me know, Niels, because I'd love to check that out. 1 gram platinum, $70. Is that good or bad? Honestly, Red, that's really high, man. Like, if you just want a gram just to have a gram, I say go for it. But, like, I don't really like the 1 gram stuff at all. I think the premium is just ungodly. And I think if you could save up like $100 or $115 to get a 1/10 ounce, you're way, way better off. You're already way ahead of the game. Because those 1 grammers are almost 100% premium, and it's just not worth it. Unless you just want an ounce or a gram just to have a gram, or to give it as a gift or something, or get people interested. I mean, some of these things I can see, but for the most part, for stacking, I wouldn't get that. So 1/10 ounce is better. Where's a good place to get them? So if you go on eBay right now, you type in 1/10 ounce platinum, or just 1/10 platinum, right? And click coins and paper money, and you do price low to high, you can see the kookaburras and the koalas are going to be the lowest price amongst all of the internet right now that I can find for any 1/10 ounce platinum, right? So, for instance, Red, this little koala right now is about 115 to 116 bucks. And your $70 gram, this is just over 3 grams, okay? So, to get this in the 1 gram bars, you'd have to spend like $220 probably, whereas this is only $115. So it's way better deal. And you can also get the kookaburra. They've got plenty of these little coins as well. So if you like the bird or you like the koala better, it doesn't really matter because they're about the same price. But that's the best if you're on a budget, right? If you can get a 1 ounce coin for $1,000 and just drop that without blinking, get that. But if you want some platinum, you don't really want to save up, but you just want some, I highly suggest this stuff over the 1 gram bars for sure. All right. And let's see here. Homestead said 70 a gram, 30 grams is 23.10. Yeah, Homestead, you're right. That's way too high of a premium. You know, 1 gram just for 1 gram's sake, sure, but I would not really pick that for stacking. Niels Hahn said, I had a 1/10 ounce platinum deal, $25 over spot, but you had to buy 5. Yeah, you can buy, and even on eBay, when you go to look at Liberty Coin, like for instance, the Kookaburra, it has a deal on Liberty where the more you buy, the less it costs, right? So 3 to 5 coins, $1 off each. 6 to 9 coins, $2 off each. 10 plus coins is $3 off each. So they're really trying to move those things pretty quickly. So 113.54 for 10 coins. I mean, that's not bad. It's still a little higher than a 1 ounce coin, but I mean, you've got these little itty bitty coins, so that makes a little bit more sense. That would be like what a reseller would buy them for, and I think that's really what they're kind of going for. They're kind of hoping like a store or something will pick those things up and buy 10 of them and just sell them for 150 each in their shop, or 120 or 130 or something like that. Yeah, Travis Chandler, it's just about 3 grams because an ounce is 31.1 grams. So a 10th ounce would be 3.11 grams, right? So it'd be just a hair over 3 grams for a 1/10 ounce coin. Red said, thank you for the info. You're very welcome, Red. You're very welcome. Shadowwork said, that's awesome, Neil. Can't wait to see it. Yeah, man. I want to see that commercial you're working on. Talk them into promoting platinum. So I think they will let me do promotions. So 1/10 ounce is better. Yeah. For sure. Mexican Mint sold 1 ounce platinum. Yeah, 1 ounce platinum Libertads A&L, that would be epic, man. That would be so cool. Yeah, epic. Libertads, platinum Libertads would be cool. What is the K coin? Oh, so these two little things were given to me by a subscriber of mine called KS Coin. And this little one says the same thing on the back. But these were custom made by a jeweler out of platinum. Now they're 95% platinum because that's what platinum jewelry is made out of, 950 or 95%. I'm not sure what the alloy metal is, but these are very, very cool. And I'll keep these things like literally forever. But these are 95% pure platinum, little rounds, if you will. They're not actually coins. They have no face value. But they were given to me just by a loyal sort of follower of mine on my channel who decided to send them to me, and I was just blown away when I got them. So, but those are very cool little pieces that I've had for a good couple years now, I suppose. But they're very cool. Let's see here. What do we got? We getting behind a little bit. Neil Hahn's Dynasty, the Platinum Guru. Yeah, he's a platinum stacker for sure. Shadowwork, I talked to Ron. He said he'd play it to be for his show. Very cool. Homestead said different budgets and ideas. No shame in any of them. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly, right? Like a lot of people like to get in I'll get comments all the time on my video. That's a waste of money. That premium, blah, 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 on the little coins. But I'm like, you know what? Different people are going to have different opinions and views and strategies and things like that, and that's okay. My goal is to get enough of these little 1/10 ouncers that I can trade up to a full ounce of platinum. That's my goal. And I would never trade a full ounce of these for 1 ounce of platinum, right? I'd do like 9. So I actually have 9 right here on the video. So I would be willing to bet anything I could find somebody to trade all 9 of those 1/10 ouncers for a full ounce platinum, right? And if I did that, I'd have a free 10th ounce, essentially. Or I would probably pay about what an ounce would have for those little coins. But it allows me to save up. It makes it fun, and it's like a savings account, right? A lot of people talk about stacking in that manner. Homestead said, awesome gift. Yeah, that was an awesome gift. These little KS coin things, man, I mean, I was blown away. Custom platinum, you know? I had never even gotten platinum as a gift, right? Most people send a little silver or just some stickers or something. But, man, some random YouTuber who I've gotten to know a little bit has just decided to send me some platinum. Liberty wouldn't ship to a P.O. box, so use the street address of the P.O. box office / unit, whatever your box number is. Interesting. That's very interesting that Liberty wouldn't send to a P.O. box. I would think through eBay that you could just send to a P.O. box. Like, I would think it would be like an eBay thing. But I guess, I don't know if you tried ordering direct through Liberty or through eBay, but Shadow Work said, right on, Ron's great. Niels Hahn said, he called me last night. Homestead said, I'm over here buying fractional gold because FOMO. Fractional gold, man. Hey, check out the Mexican stuff, man. I love this little Mexican stuff. The fractional gold is cool, and I do plan on getting the 1/10 ounce golds at some point. But right now I'm focusing on the platinum. But this Mexican stuff is really low premium, and I just love these things. But right now I'm kind of holding off on gold, man. I don't like when gold's above 2,000 an ounce. I just don't like it. And I've seen it go back down below 2,000 just way too often. Now I could be wrong and just could miss the entire train, but I think we'll see a little dip at some point. And I'm the platinum beast, right? Not the gold beast. So gold's like more of a second thought for me, and platinum is definitely my main focus. Niels Hahn said, LOL, I get platinum as gifts. Well, that's cool, Niels. Homestead Aquarius. Wow, Bob, I don't want anything coming to my place. It all needs to go to the post office. Yeah, I mean, if you live in an interesting area, you might want to second guess having stuff shipped to your house. Definitely wouldn't be a bad idea to have a post office box. Niels Hahn said, buying an asset after it passes its all-time high is FOMO, in my opinion. Yeah, I think so too, Niels. I really do. I don't think the 2000 is going to hold forever. I think we'll see back down at least into the 1900s. And if we do that, then I might start acquiring a little bit more. But that's just me. Red said, I got an Australian platinum kookaburra to start with. Very nice, very nice. And that's a really cool coin because, you know, the 2023s, they're gonna move on to the 2024s at some point, and so the value of these little coins is probably gonna increase just a little bit once those 2024s come out. Even Liberty themselves will probably increase the price of the 2023 if they still have them in stock, and they have 2024s in stock because it's a backdated coin, and so that's a solid play. Red. Homestead said, I've got some Mexican gold. They are pretty. Yeah, they're pretty cool. They are. They're one of my favorites to stack. They're kind of interesting in that they're all different like weights and stuff, but they are pretty interesting to stack. Niels Hahn said, sweet. Bob said, even from eBay, the order won't go through. Interesting. Wonder why that would be. Red on eBay. Nice. Nice, Red. Very nice. Very cool. They are awesome coins. Yeah, they are, Homestead. But congrats, Red, on your purchase of that kookaburra. You're going to love it, my friend. You have officially become a platinum stacker. I don't know if that was your first ever platinum piece, but if it was, congratulations and welcome to the Platinum Beast Club of platinum stacking. Yes, on P.O. Box. Shadowworks said, I'm like 70% saved for a gold eagle, but I keep looking at the palladium eagle from the mint. I've been looking for 3 years for bullion palladium eagles with no luck. Yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look at what we can find. Money Metals Exchange actually had them for $1,500 each not too long ago. I believe they sold out, but that would have been the place to go. But let's see. Let's take a look at fine bullion prices. Let's see. Money Metals Exchange. Yeah, they're out of stock on Money Metals. And then Aiden is 2,000 an ounce. Yeah, so it looks like the cheapest, surprisingly, right now is to get them from the U.S. Mint, unfortunately. But I would definitely just hold off a little bit longer and see if you can find a good deal. I know people are going to be dropping these things left and right when palladium goes below platinum. Homestead Aquarius said, yeah, this is a very interesting area. Folks are very interested in the neighbor stuff. And yeah. Some areas are like that, man. It's unfortunate, but it is the world we live in, especially if you live in one of those areas, which they're not that uncommon, honestly. Niels Hahn said, shadow work stacking is also supposed to make you happy. In my opinion, buy it, bro. Yeah, I mean, if stacking is a chore to you or something you just don't enjoy doing, I would say look maybe for another area to invest your money in. because there's multiple areas, y'all. A lot of people are all in on stacking, but even I like to diversify my money amongst many different options and things like that, just to have myself covered. Nice looking coin, yes. Shadowwork said the mint says it essential for a complete precious metal portfolio. That is kind of true, honestly. You kind of got to have one of each to have a complete portfolio. But it is pretty funny that they put that in the description. Homestead said, I have one Libertad. She's pretty. Very nice, Homestead. Very nice. I've got a few MS70s of more modern dates. I've got a few, or well, I guess one raw old one from like 85 or 84 or something like that. But I don't have a whole lot of Libertads, but I do have some. Pistol Packer Pilot has a good platinum stack. Yeah, he does. He's got a nice little stack he's been able to acquire over the years. He definitely does. Shadowwork said, I missed that chance with Money Metals. Yeah, that was a missed opportunity for me too, man. I mean, that would have been epic. $1,500 for a Palladium Eagle. And the thing about it is the listing on Money Metals shows like graded eagles and stuff. So I'm sure they just take in eagles. You could get a raw one or you could get a graded one. I'm sure they just take them in and just list them all under the same listing. So imagine if you got one that was actually graded. Now, more likely than not, it'd just be a 69. But the fact that it's in an official like holder and stuff, I mean, I don't know. And you didn't even have to pay anything extra. That would have been pretty cool too. Let's see. Niels Hans said, first minting of a new metal coin is going to increase over time, in my opinion. Yeah. So like the 2017 Palladium Eagle, those are probably going to be hard to come by. And if you ever do, you're probably going to pay a little bit higher premium than the other years. That was a cool one too, because that coin came raw in like a tube. And then they started saying, well, these are more special than just coming raw in a tube. So they started putting them in the U.S. Mint packaging with a capsule and a case and a box and paperwork and all this stuff. But the first Palladium Eagle just came in a tube like the rest of their bullion, which was very, very interesting. I guess they wanted to see what the market would look like. Which probably also means there's very few MS70 2017s. Red said, I will have to 3D print a tube to keep them when I get in it. Yeah, Red. So from what I heard, I haven't picked up any myself, but I plan to here soon, is these little 1/10 ounce coins, they fit pretty well in nickel tubes, actually. So if you have a tube that is made for like nickels or Jefferson nickels or US nickels, apparently these fit pretty well with the capsules. But I bet if you 3D printed, you could make something perfect. I'm not really big into the 3D printing. I've never really gotten into that field or done that kind of thing, but that would be pretty cool to 3D print your own tubes. But yeah. Let's see. I don't have enough gold as if that is a number that exists, but I like Nickel's idea to buy 2 ounces of platinum instead of gold. Oh, yeah, for sure, man. You can get 2 whole ounces of platinum versus 1 ounce of gold right now. That's really a no-brainer in my opinion. Now, that's to say if you don't have any gold, maybe it wouldn't be bad to have at least a little gold. But if you have gold and you have platinum, or if you just have gold and you don't have platinum and you've got like $2,000 or really more like 1900, you should definitely probably be better off getting 2 ounces of platinum. A&L said, Platinum Eats, do you still review your Gmail? If so, check message from 1/9/2024. Well, we can check something like that. I don't really look at it too much because I posted it on the YouTube channel and I get like so much spam from that. There's so many people, so many scammers these days just see an email and they're like, oh, let's just add it to the list of things. So I really I really don't look at it that closely, but I will take a look. I'll take a look to see what we got. But let's see. Nilsson Dynasty, and time 1 ounce of platinum will be worth 2 ounces of gold, like historical averages and charts show. Yeah, that would be epic. Shadowwork said, not PT related, but the US and UK Mint released the same design coins made of the same weight coins this week. So they released the same money in different currencies. Interesting. U.S. and U.K. Mint released the same design coins made of the same weight coins this week. What coin would that be, Shadowwork? Because I haven't heard too much about that. And of course, Gmail is not working at all. Okay, there we go. On 1-9, we'll see here. But anyways, yeah. What's the coin, Shadowwork? I'd love to know like what that was. Mr. Bob said I have a struck through NGC PR68 Britannia. Interesting. That's an interesting find, for sure. I had never really heard of that, I don't think. Red said, I'll 3D print one. I have 10 3D printers. Wow, Red. Do you do that as a business, or is that just a fun little hobby you got? Because that's pretty cool. Niels Hahn said the president of the G20 is focused on mining, and South Africa president is as well, as they are one and the same. The G20 is the financial arm of the investing world. Interesting. Interesting info, Niels. Mr. Bob said the A16 direct fit capsules work for the 10,000. Yeah, they do. They do. It's just the Perth stuff. I don't know about y'all. I know some people don't really care, but I hate taking stuff out of mint capsules. Even if it is a rattler, I hate taking stuff out of the mint capsules. I'd rather just leave it in that, especially for resale. Now, chances of finding one of these fake is probably very low, but I think people just prefer that more, so I like to leave it in there for resale values. A16 direct fit capsule will work for the 10,000. Yes, they do. Homestead said, red light. I don't have one 3D printer. It would be cool to have one. Yeah, it would. United States Mint and Royal Mint today announced the collaborative design of the both Mint's chief engravers for the 2024 Liberty and Britannia. Oh, okay, so they collaborated. I gotcha. Liberty and Britannia. I see. Well, that's interesting. I'll have to check that out after the stream here. That's very interesting information. I'll have to see what that's all about. The design features allegorical Liberty and Britannia depicted in stoic profile portraits featuring complementary and balancing elements suggested of the faces on a playing card. Interesting. I'll have to look at that. I scrap e-waste for the gold too. Oh, that's interesting, Red. I've heard of people doing that, but I've never done it myself. But I've heard of people doing that. So that's a solid way to add some gold, I suppose. Shadowwork said, thanks, Neil. Neil said, I want several of those coins. Shadowwork, buy silver and platinum. Yes, buy silver and platinum, Neil. I ordered one from both mints. Man, I'll have to take a look at this. Let's see here. Well, first, let me see if I can find that email on January 9th that someone had mentioned. Oh, Anthony Hicks. That's probably what it was. It looks like I did already read it. Oh, yeah. I remember seeing this. Oh, and maybe I wasn't supposed to say that name. I apologize if I just like totally gave away your name. But who was that said that? Goodness gracious. Who was it that said that? Was it A&L? A&L. Okay. So, yeah, A&L. I did see that email actually. That was one of the ones that I did actually open up and look at, and that amount of platinum is ridiculous. For those of y'all who can't see what I'm seeing, A&L sent a photo of like, I don't even know how many ounces of platinum. It was crazy. Crazy amount of platinum. Let me see here. Yeah, I'll have to, but the British coin will milk spot way before the eagle. Yeah, that is probably true, Mr. Bob. Be careful at red light. My aunt did that and died of staph infection from this man. Oh, interesting, Niels Hahn. I didn't even think about, yeah, shadow work. I'm just not going to mention, like, anything anymore. But anyways, interesting. I hadn't thought about the safety concern of getting metals from the computer parts and stuff like that. So let's see here. moving on. The British, let's see. I'm going to have to look up this British thing. Liberty and Britannia depicted collaboration. All right, let's see here. Liberty and Britannia collaboration. All right, here we go. Medal program. Well, 4 days ago, United States Mint.gov. Oh, interesting. Liberty and Britannia coin and medal program. Liberty and Britannia silver medal. Oh, wait. So it's a gold coin and a silver medal, right? If I'm looking at the right thing. Oh, interesting. It's one coin. Oh, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Wow. So we got the Britannia upside down and Lady Liberty right side up. I don't really know that I like. Oh wait, no, that's the wait. I'm trying to figure out this coin. Maybe y'all can comment and let me know. It looks like the Britannia. It looks like the Britannia and the Liberty are holding the wrong things. Like the hand coming out of the Britannia is holding the torch, and the hand coming out of the Liberty is holding Triton. But like, it doesn't look correct, like at all. Weird. Like, do y'all see that? Do y'all see what I'm saying? Because that's very interesting. I don't get the gold out. I just sell it to the big yards for extra cash. Oh, I see. I see, Red. I see. You know what is in the material, so you sell it as like not broken down, and you just take the cash. Gotcha. Well, that's a solid way of kind of getting the gold out without actually having to get the gold out. You can just sell the stuff not broken down and then take that cash and go get gold. Yes, the Triton and the torch. Yeah, Niels Hahn, but are you seeing like what I'm seeing? Like the wrong lady is holding the wrong thing, it looks like. Because the hand is coming out of like the wrong thing. Like you see Liberty, and right at her neck, there's a hand coming out with the Triton. And then you see the Britannia, and there's a hand coming out of her neck, but it's holding the torch upside down. It's very, very strange. It is not, but I agree. It is not. Like, are you saying I'm wrong? If you are, that's cool. I must be looking at it wrong. Oh, you know what? You know what? Oh, the arm is hidden behind the ladies. I think that's how it's supposed to be portrayed. Is like the arm is behind like where the lady's body would be, and it's coming from the correct head. It's just it looks like it's coming out of the wrong head, I guess, is what we're looking at. The back's kind of cool with the ocean in the middle and everything, because like, you know, the big old the old saying across the pond and stuff, the Atlantic Ocean. Yes, you have to look at it for a bit, but at first it looks strange. Yeah, yeah, I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing it now, but it very, very much very looks strange. Also, Lady Liberty, I mean they took a very interesting design with Lady Liberty. I mean it that's a very interesting sort of look, I think. I think it looks different than what typically Lady Liberty looks like, but it's whatever. I don't know that I would pick something like that up. Maybe in the gold, but I don't even know about that because, I mean, it's just another kind of commemorative or like unique collector's piece that'll probably have a very high premium, and not sure if it'll be worth all that much anyways. I don't look like it. Don't look like Ellis Island, LOL. Yeah, it just looks like some trees and some water in the middle to me, honestly. I bet you got to look at it a little longer to see exactly what they're going for here. But, yeah, it just looks like some trees and some water in the middle. Let's see. Two women entangled together. It looks confusing at first, but then it grows on you. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh, Homestead. That's something else, man. I'll tell you what, that is something else. What's weird is 2 years ago was the horse bucking the yoke of British rule just to come out with a joint coin. Yeah, right? Like, what in the world of all the countries to join on a coin, it's like, did nobody remember that old 1776 thing that happened? Like, it was kind of an interesting time period. So, but maybe, maybe they're going for like some type of, I don't know. I really don't know what they're going for. I guess just to say that they're friends now. We made up. What's weird is 2 years ago, yeah, 100% Homestead. We're talking coins here. Homestead. And you remove the message. That's hilarious. That's very, very funny. But who was it? Red. I actually have a 1 gram bar of platinum here. I didn't actually purchase this. This was given to me by someone who used to do YouTube. But, you know, the 1 grammers are cool just to have as a one-off. But if you were buying for stacking and especially making your first purchase, I think you made a good one with that Kookaburra. Let's see here. Shadowworks said PMs don't need government to retain value power. Governments need currency backed by PMs to maintain power. Yeah, that's very true. Very true, Shadowwork. I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Shadowwork. Yeah, it is a cool little 1 grammer. It's kind of cool just to have, just to say I have it, but would I purchase this on a regular? Probably not. I might get a 1 gram palladium just to say I have palladium before the Eagles and stuff become more reasonable in price, but we'll see. We'll have to see. We shall see. I would love to see some palladium be introduced in some other forms, like the kookaburras and the koalas and stuff. It'd be kind of cool. I doubt the Royal Mint does it. If I had to guess, I'd probably say the Perth Mint, since they've been so willing to increase their platinum offerings over the years. You know, they've gone from just having the platypus to having the kookaburra to, they used to do the koala back in the day and now they brought it back. So I think they kind of see where demand is and they just like to get into that kind of stuff. So if we see platinum demand go up as the price goes down, I could see them making some cool stuff. The Canadian Mint, yeah, the Canadian Mint would be cool, although they don't make a whole lot of platinum. They do the 1 ounce maples. They used to do the fractional maples way back in the day. Those are really hard to come by. But I don't really see a whole lot other than that 1 ounce maple. So they could end up making some stuff, but we'll just have to wait and see. Ontario is loaded with palladium. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. You did mention that. They have palladium, so that could be a driving force behind retail manufacturing of coins and things like that. I don't know about y'all, but I'd also love to see a Platinum Britannia bar, right? Like the gold and the silver Britannia bars. That would be epic if they made a platinum version. Absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, Perth has a Platyburra. Yep. Platyburra is very cool. Wait, Platyburra? Kookaburra Plat. You're talking about the Platinum Kookaburra, right? I assume. Oh, do they have a 1 ounce Platinum Kookaburra? Is that what you were saying? Or are you talking about the 1 10-pouncers? Because if they have a 1 ounce, that'd be very cool. I really want to get a platypus someday. Now they switched over from the platypus to just the kangaroo to be in line with their gold and silver offerings. I would like a platinum palladium mixed ring. Yeah, that would be very cool. I know a lot of y'all see my ring in my videos, but it's just silver. And this one's actually just stainless steel. So I don't have any real precious metal. I mean, silver is a precious metal, but I don't have any platinum or gold rings, but I'd like to get at least one platinum one at some point. Imagine holding a kilo platinum bar. Yeah, that would be amazing. That would be crazy. A kilo platinum bar would be just so, imagine that in your mind, how dense that metal is. It would probably be smaller than you'd think, and you're holding it and you're like literally falling into the floor. That would just be crazy. Akadaka was showing one off. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Akadaka, huh? Canada used to make animal series before the maples. Yeah, you are correct about it. You know what? I forgot about that, Mr. Bob. They do. they did make an animal series like tigers and stuff like that in platinum way back in the day. So I do remember seeing those on the secondhand market. There's also stuff like these little Pobjoy or whatever mint coins, like this platinum cat that I got for a very reasonable premium. I think this coin was like $50 or something, but it's a 1/25 ounce. It's a very old coin with the queen on it and stuff like that. But there are some older Platinum Series stuff, but I'd love to see them start implementing some more newer stuff. Platinum trips me out. Yeah, it does me too, Shadow Work. Niels Hahn said, I saw a 10-ounce platinum coin, held it. Nice. Wow. 10-ounce platinum coin. I haven't seen really anything like that. What Sovereign Mint, I suppose, was that? Was that like a kangaroo or a maple? I feel like it would have been one of those two if it was any of them. Could have been maybe a Perth, probably Perth or Canada. I gotta believe it was. Any palladium for sale? Unfortunately, Robert Pintov, no. I do not have any palladium for sale. Niels Hahn Dynasty said, I will add it to my list of discounts. Yeah. Homestead said, most of my life, platinum has been the elite bullion that few owned. Now it's the second place. It may one day be first place again. Okay. Yeah, platinum. Being second place is not so bad. As long as you've got it and you realize its value, I mean, I think you're setting yourself up to be very, very secure in the future, no matter what happens, really. It could be any of the metals that take off at any given time for any given reason. Niels Hahn said, Silver Symposium last year, Perth. So it was Perth Mint. Okay, and it was at the Silver Symposium. Interesting. So I figured it'd be Perth, like a kookaburra, a koala, or something, or kangaroo, or maybe Canada. Because I think Canada has the ridiculous sized. Is it Canada or is it Perth? One of those things has like the 1-ton gold coin or something like that. Absolutely ridiculous. The nobles were made by Pomjoy. Yeah, Mr. Bob, that is correct. They did make those 1/10-ounce nobles. There's old versions of those, and there's newer versions. There's the 2016, and then there's the really old versions. But you are correct. They did make the nobles. And those are cool coins. I can't remember if I ever had one of those way back in the day, but those were very, very cool. Platinum is number one. The price is a lie. Yeah, I think so too, Niels. I really, really do. 1 kilogram platinum will trigger IRS reporting. That is true. But, however, A&L futures, if you can find somebody willing to trade bullion for bullion and they're of equal value and you haven't actually made a profit, but you're taking in like 1-ounce gold coins and then you start to sell off 1-ounce gold coins bit by bit, you could theoretically work out some interesting sort of shenanigans, if you will. And that's probably the route I would take if I had a kilogram of platinum, would be to sell it or trade it for smaller pieces. Shadowwork said, I wonder if platinum level for cards and memberships will still be top tier. Cards and memberships. Oh, yeah, like the platinum credit cards and the platinum memberships. Yeah, I mean, that is interesting. I mean, I think that word platinum has become such a like top tier name for things. I don't even think people associate it with spot price or anything, or they're like stackers or anything like that. I think it's just such a household name as being the top of the line anything that it'll just sort of remain that way. What's interesting though is some card manufacturers have started to actually implement palladium as a top tier alternative. I've seen palladium credit cards and palladium memberships and stuff like that, which is kind of interesting that they are kind of picking up on, well, initially palladium being more valuable than platinum. So that is interesting. Wonder if 10-ounce bar of gold will do the same. Yeah, the density of platinum and gold is very similar. It's not that far apart. Platinum's a little bit more dense. but realistically, they're very similar metals as far as their density. And so that's what makes them sort of difficult to fake, if you will. Now, gold, I believe, is the same density as, what is it, tungsten? So that's what most fake gold is made out of, tungsten. Platinum is a little bit more dense, so it's a little bit more difficult to fake. Now, some people will make tungsten coins out of platinum, but or they'll paint them or try to fake tungsten as platinum, but it'll always be a little bit off weight-wise and dimension-wise because they're not exactly the same like I've heard tungsten and gold are. All right, let's see. And now Palm Joy is now shut down. Yeah, so that stuff is really rare to come by, Mr. Bob, the Palm Joy stuff. Platinum is tier 1, Niels Hahn. Yeah, I agree. A&L said crypto tier, LOL. Yeah. Shadowwork said PD has the highest premiums. Premiums are just how much you're willing to pay over price to whatever it is. Insurance, brands, materials. Yeah, premium is just exactly right, Shadowwork. That's exactly what premium is. Niels Hahn said platinum group metals are essential and precious metals, which include platinum, palladium, rhodium, iridium, osmium, and ruthenium. Yes, platinum group metals is a large group of metals that is composed of all of those if you will. So that's pretty interesting. They all end in Niels Hahn said osmium is worth a look. Yeah, I mean, I was watching Uncle Salivate Metals stream the other day, and he was I think he was sponsored by them, but there was a company he was just talking about that sent him some metals, and it was like this company that sells almost any metal you can imagine in a form that you can hold in your hand. Now, it wasn't like bullion, like Pamp Suisse or any of these reputable miners, but it was kind of interesting to see that you could buy like an ounce of osmium, an ounce of ruthenium, an ounce of whatever, and receive it in physical form. I like osmium. I have a tiny, tiny drop, 1 gram. Very nice, Shadowwork. Very nice. Niels Hahn said costly stuff. Niels Hahn said Arc Metals. Ian sells it. Very interesting. I'll have to check out Arc Metals. Shadowwork said used to make fountain pen nibs tips out of osmium. Interesting. Yeah, platinum group metals have some very interesting uses because they're just so darn sturdy, if you will, and they just hold. They have a high melting point, and they're just very, very sturdy metals. So if you have something like a drill bit, or you need something protected from the elements or whatever, platinum group metals are typically what they use if it's going into an extreme sort of environment. I think a lot of the space stuff they do is either coated or made out of platinum as well, because of just rates of speed and temperatures and all different kinds of things that go on in the space exploration world. Platinum has a higher melting point than gold, 7 million. Papa Salivate. Yes, Papa Salivate. I love Salivate Metals. I mean, he's like one of my favorite YouTubers. I love his channel. He even comes and comments on my stuff, and I'm like, man, I'm a little guy compared to you. I'm surprised you actually do that, because most of the big guys, they don't come around much, but Uncle Sal does. Niels Hahn said, if you tell him Neil sent you, you will get a lower price. Tell him Niels Hahn Dynasty is the name he knows by me. Okay. Arc Metals Ian. Arc Metals Ian. We'll have to see. Arc Metals Ian. Is he on oh, okay. I guess arcsgo.com, I believe is the correct. I mean, I'm sure I can find his email on there or something. But for osmium, okay, not sure. Osmium, interesting. You could get osmium. I see. Okay, interesting. I had never heard of this. Oh, silver, gold, osmium. Huh. Very interesting. You can buy silver, gold, platinum, or osmium, I guess, from... Ooh, interesting. Osmium bars, osmium jewelry, osmium shapes. Very, very interesting. Wow, osmium is such a cool looking thing. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Yeah, y'all will have to check that out. Sal's a good man and humble beginning. Or, I can't really read. And human. I can't really read what the rest of that word says, but. Oh, and human being. Oh, yeah, he's a good man. And yeah, he's just a solid good man, Homestead. He really is. Uncle Sal is just great guy. Niels Hahn said he will give you a good price on 1/10,000 platinum coins if you use my name. Okay, I'll definitely have to do that. I'll have to send him an email or something, because that would be pretty cool to be able to get that at a good price. I'm always looking for platinum at a good price. But yeah, so we got 17 people watching right now. Wow, well, 16. It just dropped down one. But everybody be sure to hit that like button for me. It really helps out a whole lot if you're able to. Niels Hahn said, I did an interview with him at Silverfest. Oh, interesting. Man, Niels Hahn, it sounds like you travel a lot to a lot of different shows and things like that. I'm kind of jealous, my friend. I'd love to be able to go to all these places. A&L said, off topic, did y'all catch the YouTube guy who made purple gold? No, I didn't see that. What's purple gold, A&L? Sounds kind of interesting, I suppose. Like and share. Yeah, like and share the stream, guys. Appreciate all that. Where else is platinum mined other than South Africa and Russia? So it's really kind of mined. So shadow work, it's really kind of mined all over the world, if you will. And it also comes out in a lot of places in mining other metals. But specifically mined for, it's mostly Russia and South Africa. I believe there might be some smaller operations in some different countries. I think even in America we mine a little bit for platinum. But it's definitely not a main focus of almost anybody other than those two. Those two are the big boys on the block when it comes to platinum. ZZ, yeah, USA and Canada does mine it a little bit for sure, and it's just not as common of a metal. I think most of that metal on Earth exists in those two other countries, and so that's why it's mined so heavily there. At least that's what I believe is the case. Purple gold is cool. It's mixed with aluminum. Oh, interesting. Purple and gold. Why would that make purple? Huh. That would be interesting to see. Neil Hahn said that will change. Yeah, South Africa has power rations big time now. Yeah, South Africa has a whole slew of its own issues revolving around everything going on there. And then that northeastern country of Russia obviously has their own issues with sanctions and other countries not liking what they're doing and not wanting to do business with them. So we could just see a whole mess of stuff happen over the next, who knows, couple years or so. Oh, okay, we got a new person in the chat. Twister said, oh, yeah. You said that they have power rations big time now. Yeah, they definitely do. Twister. Niels Hahn said, America will be the world premium platinum miner within 5 to 7 years. Yeah, very well could be. I wonder if there's a lot over in Alaska, right? Because there's a lot of stuff over there, and that's not actually too far from Russia. So I wonder how much platinum is undiscovered or unmined in that state. I feel like if I was going to pick one out of the 50 states for there to be platinum, I'd probably pick that one. I could be completely wrong. It's just almost just a guess, but I would guess that Alaska would be the state. And then, the second would be somewhere along that northern border. I don't know where, but and I don't know who borders Ontario. I would guess it'd be one of the Dakotas or Montana or something. So maybe there's some platinum there. Who knows? But I would have to guess it would have to be somewhere. And what's interesting about platinum, South Africa and Russia, is they're on the far south and the far north part of the globe. So maybe most of the platinum is far away from the equator, meaning that to find new reserves, we're going to have to look far north and far south. And in America, we only have far north. We don't really have far south. So that would be probably where I'd guess it would be. American company owns the mineral rights in Canada. Yeah, that's what a lot of people don't realize and a lot of people don't think about is how Canada and America, it's one thing for stuff to go on in Canada, but a lot of that stuff is owned by American companies, and a lot of that money gets funneled back into America. And I'm sure Canada makes some kind of land rights, tax, blah, 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 money off of it, but a lot of American companies, the countries are on good terms, and they actually are. Canada, technically speaking, sits within America if you include Alaska and the 48. So it wouldn't, they just kind of have to get along, if that makes sense. Homestead Aquarius said Alaska has so much, it's incredible, but consider Antarctica. When that frozen land is one day properly evaluated, it will be an unimaginable treasure. Yeah, who knows what is sitting down there on that polar ice cap. But what's interesting about that country, Homestead, is it's so preserved, and there are so many international laws revolving around that. I don't see that ever being fully explored and cultivated and mined and everything like that. I think the way it's set up now, that continent or country, if you will, is very, very interesting. It's interesting how it works, because it's like the UN got together and said, let's all agree to just do almost nothing except research and environmentally safe stuff in Antarctica, and they have all these laws and regulations. It could be Homestead. It could be that they do that. Shadowwork said apparently there's a little less platinum in the ground than AU, but above ground, AU almost 200,000 tons and only 2,600 tons of platinum. Yeah, that could be interesting, or that is an interesting fact, Shadowwork. Twist Twister said according to Rick Rule, Russia is dumping platinum to fund the war. Also, Rick Rule says he prefers platinum over silver today, better value. Oh yeah, I think so too, Twist Twister. A lot of people like silver because it's cheap, and that's okay. I have silver. I have somewhere around 100 ounces of silver. It's not my main focus, but I do have it. And yeah, platinum is just the better play, right? Because back when silver was sub $20 an ounce, and everyone would always eyeball it when it hit $19.50 an ounce. This is gonna be it. We're gonna hit $20 an ounce. Well, it would go back down to 18, 17, but now we're sitting at above 20, and we're not really going below 20. We're sitting at 22, 23, 24 on silver. So we have hit that $20 threshold where 30 is the new high, right? But platinum has not hit that higher threshold. It's been 8, 9, maybe 1,000, but it goes back down to 8 or 9-ish pretty quickly. And so we haven't hit that $1,000, $1,100 floating price point, or bottom, if you will. So platinum is definitely the play, I think. And that's one of the main reasons it is. Homestead said one day it will be. Niels Hahn said, here's a fact you do not need to know. Alabama is the gold capital of America, east of the Mississippi. Well, I live in one state over from Alabama, so it's kind of nice to know that there's tons of gold right next door. And yeah, that just is interesting to me. I wonder why that is, or how that came to be. Because I never thought Alabama would be the state with gold. But it kind of makes sense, because I know a lot of gold is, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of gold and silver is actually found along the equator, or closer to the equator, more further south. I don't know how much gold is mined in the northern and the far, far south countries, but Niels Hahn said Kola MMC mine owned by MMC Norilsk. Nickel, the Koala MMC mine is a surface and underground mine situated in Murmansk Oblast, Russia. The brownfield mine produced an estimated 363.57 thousand ounces of platinum in 2022. Interesting. Robert Pintoff said platinum demand has been declining, as well as palladium. Yeah, the demand has been declining a bit because of stagnant movement, I think, but I think it'll pick back up. Niels Hahn said it is a nickel mining company that ran across a platinum vein. Interesting for sure. And nickel is an interesting precious metal, commodity, whatever you want to call it, in that the electric cars actually use a lot of that. So what we could see is, with the higher need of nickel and other materials like that, we could see more of that occurring where they come across, platinum veins or platinum reserves or what have you. Whew, this stream is getting long. So we've been streaming for about 80 minutes here. We'll keep on trucking for a little while here, but Niels Hahn said it's a nickel mining company. Niels Hahn said in 2022, China was the world's largest platinum consumer with a consumption of approximately 75.1 metric tons. Interesting. Wow. That's pretty amazing, to be honest. I mean, they have the most people of any country, so it makes a little bit of sense, but I wonder why they needed all that platinum and what they used it all for. Probably because they just started getting on the bandwagon or on board with the environmental stuff. I think they've always been lagging behind in environmental updating as far as emissions and stuff like that. So that could be a big reason why they decided to start consuming tons and tons of platinum. Niels Hahn, total worldwide reserve platinum group metals are estimated to be some 70,000 metric tons. Interesting. That's very interesting that 70,000 metric tons is the worldwide reserves or estimation of the worldwide reserves. Shadowwork said in 2020 it cost the mint a dime to produce a nickel. LOL. That's interesting. Oh, because the copper content, I would assume. But I hadn't thought about that. I know there's a decent amount of copper in nickels, I've heard. And so I knew that would be the next coin that people would sort of hunt for if they ever swapped the materials used to make nickels. Of course, everyone's saying they want to go to a digital dollar completely, which would be unfortunate. Homestead Aquarius said, "You have done well, Beast. It's a good live." Well, thank you, Homestead. I do appreciate it. Yeah, we'll probably wrap it up here in, I don't know, maybe a few more minutes or something. But Twist Twister said, "Palladium's price is now below platinum's price. EVs are dead and ICE engines are back. Maybe a switch to platinum from palladium." Yeah, EVs just aren't taking off like they want them to, no matter how much the government says by 2030, by 2035, by 2025, by 20 whatever. It's just not going to happen, right? New car sales still only make up about 1 to 2% of new car sales are made up of electric vehicles. People are still buying gas and they're still burning gas, and they'll still keep burning gas for years and years to come. So that's just how it's going to be. Niels said they are making hydrogen engine for like 10 car companies this year. Yeah, hydrogen is the play, man. What's interesting about hydrogen is that nobody, including the EPA and all those people who want to protect the environment, realize is hydrogen is the most abundant fuel source on the planet. Hello, oceans. 75% of this planet is covered in hydrogen. So with that being said, if there's going to be a fuel source you want to use, it's going to be that. And so it burns the cleanest. It's the most abundant. I mean, electric isn't even an actual source of fuel. Electric is produced by other means of production, right? And everyone says wind and solar, but those just are not reliable and not enough to power the whole world. So you're going to burn fossil fuels to produce electricity regardless, and I think people are really starting to pick up on that quite a bit. Shadowwork says 75% copper, 25% nickel. I got a couple $100 boxes of nickels just in case. Yeah, that's a solid play. That's a solid play. I need to go by the bank and buy some boxes of nickels because there's a lot of copper in those things, and if they ever switch to metal, that's going to be the next hunt for the hunters. And that'll be the next sell for like the sellers and stuff, you know? People will be like, "Oh, I got a bag of pre-2024 nickels." Man, that would be kind of funny, wouldn't it? I guess the buffaloes and stuff would actually be worth more than just simply being old at that point, which is kind of cool. That might make for a cool stacking thing. Niels Hahn Dynasty said Cummins diesels no longer make diesel engines. LOL, they just turned out the first hydrogen engine. Interesting. That is big news if that actually continues, because Cummins is a major manufacturer of diesel engines. So if they switched over to hydrogen, or they decided that they're going to start switching to hydrogen, that could be a very interesting thing to watch play out. Niels Hahn said I did a video on it. Okay, I'll have to check that out, Niels. I'll have to check that out. Lithium is the most destructive mining of all mining types. Yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad. It's all just fake. It's all just a show. Nobody wants to show the truth behind these things, like these electric cars and stuff. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they're cool little toys, and I'm not one who's really bothered by the manufacturing of them. But to force it on the people, I don't think that's what people want. And also, to make it seem like it's better, that's just silly. The buffaloes were pretty cool. Shadow work. The buffaloes. What happened with the buffaloes? I'm not really seeing. The buffalo nickels. Yeah, the comment I made. Yeah, the buffalo nickels are pretty cool. But I just think like the fact that they would be made out of copper, that would make them more like a barber dime or a barber coinage cool, in my opinion, right? Because you not only have something that looks cool and is old and it looks different than what the nickels today look like, but it also has copper in it that's actually worth more than what copper used to be worth. So it's kind of like silver, right? At one point, people were using barbers like they were just like whatever. And then they moved on to like standing liberties and Walker halves and mercury dimes. And then everyone's like, oh, well, it's cool to have barbers, but there's no added value because silver's still not worth that much. So they're just cool because they look cool and they're old. But once silver became a thing, then the barbers all of a sudden became even cooler because they're more valuable in silver and they're really old. So that's what I think would help the buffaloes a little bit, because a lot of people like them and they are pretty cool, but not a lot of people keep them or stack them. I mean, I don't have any personally. Niels Hahn said, I went 1 million ounces of platinum. Yeah, 1 million ounces would be something for sure. All right, y'all, we are getting close to the end of the stream here. I think I'll wrap it up at 1.5 hours. We got about 3 minutes left. But I just want to thank everybody for coming by and checking out the live stream today. Those of y'all who came by and hit the like button and subscribe and join my channel and everything, thank you so much. And thanks to all y'all who decided to, join the chat, because I love talking to y'all and I love hearing y'all's thoughts and everything like that. So thank you, truly. And one of these days we're gonna get down to the we're gonna get this down to a science where I don't have to make a stream and then cancel it and then make a stream and then cancel it just to figure out how I get it all straightened out. But I appreciate y'all who have been here in the beginning of this great journey of the Platinum Beast channel and the live streams. I totally plan on having more live streams in the future, so keep an eye out for that. And we'll just read through a few more comments here. It looks like everybody's saying thank you. Thank you, Red. Thank you, Niels. Thank you, Shadowwork. Thank you, Homestead. Thank you, everybody, man. Some of y'all have been here chilling the whole hour and a half, so I definitely appreciate that and all the time y'all have just decided to join the channel. Good luck on everybody's stacking adventure. Good luck to you, Red. Congrats on that coin you bought, my friend. You're going to love it when it comes in. And yeah, I guess until next time, we'll see y'all.